Yeah, I mean, just one of those games where these guys willed themselves to get in a win. We did not play great, but the last 7 minutes we played incredibly hard and competed at a really high level over the last, like I said, 7 minutes. Unbelievable shot for Rob. Really happy for him. Reek in the second half, late, just turned up his intensity level, and I think it lifted our whole team. And we had a bunch of guys make some big plays down the stretch on both ends of the floor to get a win. So happy we got it. It's his, as far as Rico being here, 90th win here at Kent, which is a big mark. And obviously we have more games to go. So hopefully there's more ahead of them. And just happy for these guys that we got it. And then this is a time of year you just got to continue to get better and understand what it takes to win, which hopefully we learn from this game. So I'll let you ask these guys questions.
Question for student athletes.
Rob, just what's your emotions right now to be able to hit a shot like that in a come from behind win?
It was a great team win overall. Like Coach said, the last 7 minutes we really worked and got through that and really worked hard to get back into that game. We were down 19 at one point and just willing our way straight through the game and just playing basketball the way that we like to play basketball, just gritty. And I mean, my emotions on the shot. I mean, it was a big shot, but I mean, it's a shot I work on, so I was confident in it for sure.
When was the last time you had a last-second shot like that?
It's been a while for sure, but probably since like high school, probably. But I mean, when you expect yourself to be in those moments and make big time shots, you kind of just expect it to go in. Like if it was gone to Reek, I feel like it would have gone in just as much as him for sure as well.
Rico, what's the confidence level you guys have in Rob to take a shot like that at the end?
That's big Rob. Like, feel me? Like, he worked on that every day, like he just said. Like, we got all the confidence in him. So, I'm just happy he hit the shot and we got the team win.
Rico, it feels like all year you guys have been so good at turning up, like when you need to finish those comebacks. What do you think makes it so easy for you guys to do that?
Just our will to win. We just want to win. So, when we were going in the media timeouts, we just saying, like, we just got to pick up our energy. The team feeds off us. So, once they see us going hard, like that makes the whole team starts to go hard. So that's really it.
Coach mentioned this was your 90th win. I mean, what's for your career here? What's been really been the special thing about the success you guys have had and the success you still hope to have in these next few weeks here?
Oh yeah, like Coach said, it's not easy to win these games. Part of the reason why I came to Kent State is just to be a part of the winning culture, and just to be a part of it is a blessing, and we just got to keep on winning.
Anything else for players? All right, guys, you're good.
Well done.
Coach, it felt like for most of the game, Central Michigan just could not miss. They were shooting out of their minds. What do you guys do to weather the storm until you're able to?
Yeah, I mean, they've played us tough both times we played them. They outplayed us, and for the vast majority of the 80 minutes that we've played against them, they made some shots tonight that I mean 33 McIntyre, he's made 12 threes in the game, so like he's an elite shooter. Adley's playing a lot better of late, and what happens when you make some early because we're not playing as competitively as we need to, well, it makes it easier for you to make them later in the game. So give those guys credit. I think their team has gotten better over the course of the year, and they competed really hard tonight as they did the last time we played them. Tonight, like I said, in the last 7-8 minutes, we played as hard as you can play, and we made the plays you need to make down the stretch to win.
I mean, you called a timeout before their second free throw. Was there something you were trying to design?
I mean, the ball was. We tried to get the ball into Rico, but they did a good job making it tough for him to catch it. And the second look, okay, you can't get it into Rico, was to reverse it to Jahari. Jahari didn't have a shot, and he dumped it inside to Rob. And Rob turned around and made a shot that he's more than capable of making. Late in the clock, he knew he had to get one up, and he got it up and it went in. But we called timeout to make our play call, and we do that in between free throws, with the hope of, okay, now he's got to think about the free throw that he's going to make or miss. He happened to miss it, which allowed the game to be tied. Had he made it, we would have been down one. But that's why we called it when we called it. And I thought we were going to use all of them in the first half. We were lucky to keep one for late in the game. So we had that one in the second half. I didn't use one, and we had it late. We were able to call timeout, call our play. Again, the first look was to get it inside to Rico because he had things going there late, and he would be the guy in that spot we'd try to get the ball to. But they did a good job taking it away, and they pressured Quinn, and he couldn't reverse it. So the second option was Jahari, and he gave it to Rob.
How big were some of those shots?
Yeah,
he
Quinn
hit?
played. Yeah, Quinn played really well tonight with his competitiveness and his toughness. There's decision making. Again, he has to get better with some decision making, but he's always going to compete at a really high level. We were plus 17 with him in the game, along with him having 15 points. So he competed hard. He has part of what makes him a good player is he has a really short-term memory, so he's able to get on to the next play when he does make a mistake. And, he made some big shots for us when we were really struggling. So he made some big shots for us for sure.
Coach, what's it say about your team that not only were you down huge, 19, but you used so much energy to get a little bit closer than Central again? It just seems like it's their night to be pushing back to double digits that, your kids found a way to.
Yeah, again, I think that's, if we can learn the lesson that we need to learn from the game, it could be great for us. And the one thing we're never out of a game. I mean, we've done this time and time again where we've been down at the last media timeout or tied at the last media timeout and found a way to win. Certainly would have liked us to play better before the last media timeout, but we have shown a tremendous amount of resiliency. We've won a lot of close games this year, and I think the competitiveness with which we play with when it's tight is part of what allows us to come away with wins in those circumstances. What we still have to do here is put together 40 minutes like we did the last 7 minutes. And we're going to make mistakes over the course of the game, and teams are going to make shots. They're going to make contested shots, and we're going to screw up a switch here or there. But we have to play with the competitiveness that we played with in the last 7 minutes. And at some point, we got to learn that one to be able to play the way we're capable of playing. But boy, the last 7 minutes, 6 minutes, 5 minutes, whatever that was, I mean, you couldn't ask for guys to compete any harder or will a team to win any more than we did during that stretch.
Coach, it seemed like Jahari got hurt his hand. He was in a lot of pain. Just talk about his toughness, being able to come back into this one, provide some big minutes after that.
Yeah, he's done, his growth from the beginning of the year till now. I'm really impressed with him because at the beginning of the year, he was a really poor defender, and that, he dislocated his finger. He probably would not have been able to play through that earlier in the year. His toughness level, his competitiveness level has probably been as the growth in those areas has probably been as much as anybody that I've ever been around, because now we're having him guard the other team's best perimeter player. He's picking them up 94 feet the entire time. He's made a couple of huge against Ball State when they had a chance to take the lead. He had a weak side steal against Toledo. Late in the game, he had a weak side rotation chest out. Those were plays that earlier in the year he wouldn't have made, and both of those plays were a huge reason why we won both of those games when we were coming back against Toledo and when it was tight at Ball State. So really proud of watching his growth as a player. And I hope that he's okay. I think he is, because he went back in the game. He's going to get looked at here by the doctor. But to see him want to play through that, it shows you his competitiveness level. And I really think that's grown throughout the year.
Just what's the mentality going into the Akron game now? You pretty much have your spot locked up. So what does this game mean for you guys?
Well, you know what? We just have to. The obviously playing them and winning that game is an important game for us for a lot of reasons. But we have to get better from that game, because more than likely, in order for us to win up in Cleveland, more than likely we would have to play them and beat them at some point. I think the way it's going to match up, but I don't know, would probably be on Friday night if we're fortunate enough to get there. And they're fortunate enough to get there because this league's tough. So you're going to have to win your first game. But we know that to win the whole thing up there, at some point we're going to have to play them. So we have to learn and do the things you need to do to win the game. And if we don't, we have to learn what we need to do to beat them next week, because 2 weeks from now, because the most important game, if we're fortunate enough to play them up there, is that one, because that's the thing about basketball, unlike other sports, is like, maybe not every other sport, but unlike a lot of sports, is like we have the potential to play them 3 times in a year, with the most important one being, in Cleveland. So we have to either A, do the things we need to do to win, or B, learn what we need to learn to beat them up there. So, looking forward to the game, because they're a really good team, and obviously the excitement around that game's awesome. Awesome. Thanks, guys.